Afternoon, everybody. This is Matt Galogly with SRP Medical Marketing and the Warner James Group. Today, I want to talk to you about the curse of the high transaction medical practice. Now, what in the world is the curse of the high transaction medical business? Well, let me show you and illustrate that by showing you this. This is what we call the gap, okay? So I'm going to explain the gap to you here in a minute. Now, if you sell or you provide in your medical practice, you do regenerative medicine, maybe you do some aesthetics or things like that. There's a pretty good chance that what you do is that you have a patient that comes in, that patient has an issue, and what you do is you sell them a solution. You provide a solution to their pain, okay? You give them a prescription, and that prescription could be a regenerative procedure. And let's say you charge $2,000 or $5,000 or $8,000 for that regenerative procedure. Well, everything is great, okay? The problem is you do that procedure, and usually a couple of things happen. Is one, you say to yourself and you say to your team, how do we get more of those? And the other thing that you ask is that when you don't have, it gives you a nice little spike in your revenue, but you're not doing maybe that $8,000 procedure every single day. And so you wind up with this roller coaster, if you would, of revenue peaks and valleys. And what it does is it adds a tremendous amount of stress to you, to your practice, to your business. You'll have a great couple of days, and all of a sudden then you'll have a day that isn't that great. People don't buy, they don't convert, people don't show up, whatever happens, okay? So how can you tell if you're on this hamster wheel of what I call stress? Well, I'm gonna ask you this simple question. Is at the beginning of the month, do you have guaranteed income coming into your business that does not require you to show up? Okay, if you answered no, then you are on what we call the transaction-based business. Now look, I've owned plenty of transaction-based businesses. Our medical practices, the ED clinics, were transaction-based. However, I have recently started a newer one, after I've sold off those clinics, I've started a new one. And the whole purpose is to get people on what I call renewable and consumable items, okay? So let me go back to this, okay? Let me go back to the gap, all right? So here's what happens. Whoops, let me go this way. Here's what happens. This is all of your transaction revenue, okay? This is the revenue that comes in. This is the regenerative procedures. But you have this huge other gap. All this empty space is a huge other gap of income, of revenue that you are not realizing in your practice, okay? Most people just, when they are having a slow month, they go, oh, I need more leads, I need better leads. The reality is this gap right here is where I spend the bulk of my time with my clients, is we figure out what are the things that we can put in there that are renewable and consumable. Okay, so what are some of them? HRT is one of them, okay? HRT is a big renewable and consumable. You can put people on a monthly program. Another thing is weight loss, okay? Weight loss is another version of renewable and consumable. Some people do meal packages. Supplements are renewable and consumable, okay? So the question is what can you provide to your patient base that is renewable and consumable that will start to allow you to build up some income that doesn't require you to show up? Now, let me give you an example of this. Let me give you an example of how we've implemented this. So I got tired of this in the ED clinics very quickly. I've always been in what I call these renewable and consumable continuity type businesses. They're always my favorite kind of business. And so what we did was we started financing some of the packages in-house. And what happens was these annual packages, we financed them in-house. We would have credit cards, and we would automatically ding their credit card every single month. And we were getting $25,000 to $35,000 a month of guaranteed income coming in each and every single month. Now, that didn't cover all of our monthly nut to run the clinics. The monthly nut to run the clinics is well over $100,000 a month per clinic. But that $35,000 covered part of our advertising bill or covered a payroll. It made things a little bit more bearable, okay? It made us a little bit more bearable. So here's the question that I want you to ask yourself is, do you have renewable and consumable? Do you have continuity income that comes in that fills this gap? Okay, you want to get to a place. I have a few clients that we've helped do this, where your fixed costs, your payroll, your rent, your lights, everything is covered by this renewable and consumable product or procedures, okay? Now, I'm sure some of you are asking, well, that doesn't apply to me. I have yet to find a business in the medical space that we cannot put a renewable and consumable component into it, okay? That's where we come in. That's one of the things that I do for my clients, okay? So here's the thing. What's your monthly nut? Let's say your monthly nut is $50,000 a month, okay? So let's design a plan to create renewable and consumable income so that you have guaranteed income coming in each and every single month so that you don't have to worry about where it's coming from. I have one client, they want to generate over $200,000 a month between their practices in renewable and consumable income. We just increased that for them well over, I believe the number was 28%. We have a 28% bump in that in the last quarter. They already have a pretty decent amount. And we're well on our way to providing that full, helping them get to a place where they have that full amount, that $200,000 a month. Okay, so here's my question for you, or here's really my offer. Are you looking to get off what I call the transactional business roller coaster? Okay, if you said yes, gave that a check, that's good. And if you have a list of patients, prior patients, current patients, past patients, new patients, and if you have a list, if you have people coming in to see you, then why don't you private message me and let's talk about helping you build renewable and consumable income, or you can comment below, okay? I am going to, if there's enough interest, I will actually do some more trainings on these and discuss this more, but I want to get your feedback on this, okay? If there's no feedback, then I'm not going to, and you're not interested, I'm not going to provide more training, right? I want to provide you what you want. But I've been having this private conversation with a number of you here in the group over the last couple of days. So, want to fill the gap? Let's get you some renewable and consumable procedures, something that will cause people to pay you each and every single month so that you can get off this hamster wheel. Again, comment positively below that you want this. You'll read the notes over there in this section, but just type in the words that you see in the description, and I'll be more than happy to carry on this conversation with you more, provided there is enough interest. Okay, there you go. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks.